Hello, guys. Welcome back to the Pitch Perfect podcast. I'm your host, Larry, and today we got Man City 1, Arsenal 1. Now, look, we got lucky in the end, but if I'm going to be really honest with you guys, I've lost my faith with this manager, and I'm going to go through why I've probably lost my patience and my faith in this manager. This midfield of Mourinho, Rice, Zubimendi, it does not work. It does not work. I've been saying it for the longest time. This midfield of Rice, Marino, Zubimendi, it does not work. Where is the creator in our midfield? Who is linking the bridge between our striker and our midfield? I don't want to hear Mikel Marino. Mikel Marino can stop out on international break. You don't do that in the Premier League, bro. And yeah, people can say, oh, but what about his instinctive striker? Bro, that was fine. That was fine because we didn't have no striker, bro. And he did what he had to do. Bro, this guy is not an attacking mid. I don't know why Arteta tries to deploy him as an attacking mid. Eze's on the bench. Wanieri's on the bench. Odegaard is on the bench. A big game. We need 3 points today. And you're playing that midfield tree. You're still playing a midfield tree of Marino, Rice, and Zubimendi in 2025. I don't think you realize your job is on the line. You have to win a PL or a CL. There's no excuses about it. There isn't. There is no excuse. And fair enough, we could see it early. Haaland did very well. One pass took about 5 players out the game, gives it to Rangers. Rangers glides. You just see Haaland running off the side of Gabriel at Saliba. Saliba can't do nothing about it. 1-0. And all I can think is why we don't have no creative midfielder. Why are you playing that flat tree? It was the same at Anfield. And we got lucky. Because really all it was a brilliant Shabasai free kick that separated us. But this manager hasn't got a damn clue what he's doing. He doesn't. He doesn't. That could have been 2-0, 3-0 today. And I know there's people that's still going to back this man because, oh, Martinelli came up and he got a draw for us today. Which was well taken, by the way. But that's not my point. We should have not have started that midfield today when we have 3, maybe even 4 attacking midfielders on that bench. But no, we're going to line up with a midfield of 3 DMs. It's not good enough. On another day, we don't come back from this. We don't. Arteta needs to wake up. We didn't spend money for you to keep still experimenting. We didn't. We didn't. Saka, yeah, he's not fully fit, but he did really well today. Madueke, again, our best player. Like I said, he's slowly changing my mind with this whole 50-minute evaluation. He was ruthless today. Only player trying to make things happen today. If anything, I would have swapped Trossard off, put Madueke on the left, put Saka on the right, and put Eze in the 10. Eze in the 10 was phenomenal today. And I don't understand why we're still trying to play this DM, this Haram DM trio of a midfield. He doesn't have a clue. He does not have a clue what he's doing. And it will cost us, lads. You keep backing this, it will keep costing us. It will keep costing us. We got lucky today due to the sheer brilliance of Martinelli, but it will cost us one day. But I've said I do not back this manager, and I don't think he understands he needs to win something this season. He can't stay if he doesn't win. I'm sorry, guys. As much as I've said time and time again, I'm very happy that what he's done for my club. He can't stay here anymore. He cannot stay here anymore. If he doesn't bring that PL or CL, he can't stay anymore in this football club. We got lucky today. As much as people want to say, oh, you're overreacting. No. Because I tell you right now, lads, if Eze started at 10, I don't think we could. I don't think if City even score first. I think we score first. We had the ball most of the game. City were not allowed to come out of second gear. They didn't even look comfortable. Obviously, mistakes happen in football. I get that. But where was the real threat from City today? Where was this? People are going to say Doku, Haaland. Haaland only got it off a mistake. They created no clear-cut chances today, guys. And I'm just saying, the personnel we deploy on match days needs to be better. I don't want to see that midfield trio again. I don't. I hope this is a serious wake-up call for Arteta to see, oh, hold on, this actually does not work. Because it doesn't. It doesn't. I love Mourinho. I think he's a great squad player, but he doesn't warrant enough to be starting. If you're going to play at 2, Zubimendi and Rice, they're perfect. They complement each other fine. But don't put in Mourinho. Where's your creativeness? Who's bridging that gap between your midfield and your striker? Because none of them are doing it. People want to say, Rice, he's not doing this. And I love Rice. He's not doing this. But look, draw is a draw. It is what it is. But like I said, I'm losing faith in this manager rapidly. Like I said, I would emphasize again, a Carabao Cup or an FA Cup will not do. And if you're settling for that after 7 years, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, bro. Don't support this club. You waited 7 years again for another FA Cup. Don't support this club. Don't support this club. The manager knows what needs to be done. PL or CL minimum. You don't have the minutes for that, get out the club. Simple as. Because I can name 5 managers on top of my head that I would get in the door the next day. And you shouldn't have to settle for less, Arsenal fans. You shouldn't have to settle for less. Just because, oh, it's process, 7 years. He's transformed. I get he's transformed the culture. But guys, Ten Hag. Now, people can slag Man United. But Ten Hag got sacked, but he left for the FA Cup and Carabao Cup in the same time in 2 years. 2 years, guys. When people talk about football 20 years, guys, they're not going to remember us coming about second in the league. They're going to remember who won it, who won the Champions League, who won the domestic cups. They're not going to remember Arsenal coming second, guys. Harsh reality of it. Stop being content with mediocreness. Call it out, lads. Call it out, because today I could have lost my shit today. I could have. I did, and I seen the line. I lost my shit. I went to get food, and I heard goal in 11 minutes. I was like, yeah, that's it. This manager, he's a coward. He's a coward. He's nothing but a coward. Only then he decided to pull up his big boy pants and throw in Eze and Saka second half. If that was 2 or 3-0, I would have said, just keep them boys fresh for the Champions League next week. There's no fucking point. Why are you doing this to yourself? Why are you making things harder for the club and yourself? You have the personnel. Use this. Gyökeres is suffering from no service because we're fucking playing 3 DMs in the fucking middle of the park. How are they going to find him? They're not some Andrea Pirlo. They're not Pedri. They're not Vitinha. They don't got a fucking long-range pass on them. Deploy the personnel that suits the system and stop going with these ideas, because it will cost you in a game that does matter. Today was a game that did matter and we got lucky. But I'm telling you right now, if he tries that again, we won't be so lucky. We won't be so lucky. But look, I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to leave it at that because there's so much more I could say. There is so much more that I could say. It's a draw. I'm not going to be too overly negative about it. But like I said, I'm done with this manager now. I think today, I really thought he would learn now and say, look, I need to play football today. But no, we proceeded to play it safe. And we're not going to win trophies like that. And like I said, I do think he's peaked with us. I don't think he can take us any further. But look, it is what it is. But like I said, I'm not saying I can't back him anymore. I just can't get along with his ideologies because they're not what these not ideologies. These is stupidity. You sign an attacking midfielder, you sign a right wing, you've signed players to play in certain positions, and you're still trying to play a midfielder of 3 DMs. You need to understand you're not going to have control of a football game. You need to understand you're going to have to take some risks in order to get wins. Football isn't won by dominating for 90 minutes. There's games where you're not going to dominate for 90 minutes. There's games where you're going to need individual brilliance to get you over the line. The quicker you learn that, Arteta, the quicker you can change your life in this football club. Because right now, my friend, you are running on thin ice. You are running on thin ice. Like I said, today you are very lucky. You are very, very lucky. Part of me was hoping that we lose today. And I shouldn't say that as a football fan. But part of me hope that we lost today. Just so people can actually open their eyes and see that this manager isn't going to lead us anything. And I still don't think he is. It's still the same old shit from last year. Experimenting, doing stupid shit. You have the personnel. Use it, Arteta. Stop playing these stupid gimmicks of playing 3 DMs, playing players where you shouldn't be playing. It ends now. You have to win a major trophy, Arteta. The club is counting it. The fans are counting on us. If you don't want to do that, get out the club. We'll find someone else that can. And it hurts after 7 years, but the game is the game. There's no point for sympathy, Arteta. We'll only remember what you won. And if you can't do that respectfully, leave the club. And look, that's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say as an Arsenal fan today. Like I said, we got lucky. People can say, oh, it was a great result, but we got lucky. Another day, another team doesn't even let us get back into the game. But look, I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you for tuning in. Keep following the Pitch Perfect podcast, and we'll see you on the next batch review.